Hello. Welcome, guys. It's Thursday. Uh, thank God it's Thursday. Yeah, we've made it 4 days so far this week, so it ain't bad. Not too bad. There's my alter ego here coming in somewhere. Hello.
Hello.
It's kind of weird now. Now we're just looking at stamps again.
Thank goodness. Yesterday wore me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, first of all, I was up all night because Bakun couldn't sleep because he was so devastated getting hissed at by your rat. He kept me
Okay.
up all night last night.
Okay.
So, hopefully we'll have a non-pixelated night.
Yes, and I mean I can't promise a rat-free night, but
Oh gosh.
I can promise maybe better pixelation. I'm not sure. So,
So, we have a couple, let's see. Pam has checked in already. Nan is here, Phil is here, Nick is here. Yeah, Bacon was a little traumatized by your rodent.
I'll have to let him know.
Yeah, so he's boycotting the show for a while.
Well,
Lisa
hopefully
is
by the
here.
time we do another bingo night, he'll be in good spirits and ready to come back. Oh, Lordy.
Ashley is here.
But I am with you. That bingo game, that it was so interactive. There was so much going on, and you guys out there have no idea how tiring puppetry really is in real life. You guys have no idea. It's
Well,
tiring.
that's why I had to put Bacon away because my poor hand was sweating inside that thing.
Yeah, and it's like so much coordination. You're like,
Yeah,
am I doing the puppet thing right? And you're like, oh wait, I gotta write stuff down, or I gotta like do stuff with my free hand. So,
yeah,
it's puppetry is a lot of work, guys. I mean, you know, may not be on the level of magician or mime, but it's
right.
still a lot of work.
Frank is here. Jen is
Oops,
here.
you guys don't want to see that, do ya? That's my plant. Hold on. Ha! I pressed the wrong button.
Your plant looks partially alive.
Well, the story with this thing is my husband gave it to me for our wedding anniversary like 2 years ago. And it's there, and I've kept it alive for a couple years, but the darn orchid only bloomed once when we brought it home. And ever since then, it has been a non bloomer. And like I keep trying to coax it, but all it's doing is like growing like those spindly little air roots that like hang down outside of the
Yeah.
planter. And I'm like, what do I do with this thing? Do I give it back to the greenhouse? I don't know.
You know who is Mr. Orchid, right?
No.
Frank is Mr. Orchid. Frank loves orchids. So he
Well,
might be able to help you
Frank,
out.
perhaps you can give me some advice on what to do with these terrible orchids. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like them, but it's like once they're done blooming, like once they're done, and they just kind of
Nan says
fertilize.
yes, Nan says fertilize it and it will bloom.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess the good news is I've kept them alive this long, so orchid fertilizer. I guess that's going on my list for the week. So
Frank says they look good.
I mean, they're healthy. I keep them, dry them out. Ah, okay. So they like it to be super dry.
And dark.
Closet.
Maybe closet put in the closet for a few weeks.
Cool.
Anna
Okay.
has
Would
joined.
not have
Welcome.
guessed those things. Okay, dry out, put in closet. All right, so we're gonna Richard Simmons this thing for a while and sequester it in the dark and see if it comes back.
Just keep the housekeeper away.
It's got to go dormant. Just like Richard Simmons, the orchid also, too, has to go dormant for it to start sparkling again. Okay.
Nan says she'll send you a picture of what she uses.
Yes, please. Yeah. This thing, and I should have Googled it by now, but I don't know. It's easier to just hear from other humans how they actually do it versus trying to look at 1,001 opinions on Google. But yeah, I appreciate that, guys. It's been plaguing me for like 2, 3 years now with these darn things. Never water except with ice cubes. Man, you guys are like a wealth of information.
So I have sent out all of the decorating winners their prizes. So that's all done.
That's
I am
amazing.
going to apologize in advance that my physical prizes for the bingo will probably be mailed out, and you and I talked about this already. Probably be mailed out next week. So please bear with me and us
Yeah,
for
same
us to
here.
send out. Yeah.
Same here because what? I won't be able to get these things out until probably Monday or Tuesday, maybe. So I'm gonna try. Actually, what I have to do is get some bubble mailers for some of these items. So yeah. Well, we're getting a lot of thank yous in here. You're very
Yeah.
welcome, guys. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was fun. It was draining, I'm not going to lie, but it was fun. It was fun. And Russ, you now have the list of the winners and the games. And hey, Jim, and who got what? And who, or
I
I should
do.
say, who is winning, who's getting what?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for compiling that. I know you had to sit through the replay of the episode, but I
And it's
do.
not often that I sit through a replay of the episode, but that one was pretty darn funny. And I found myself laughing for like a good 50 minutes of the hour of it because part of it was just me waiting for the lag to dissipate and trying to figure out what name you had called.
No,
So
I thought it was funny watching you squint
I
trying
was
to
like,
read the names backwards. That was what I
or
was
like me
laughing about.
staring blankly into the
Yeah.
screen. I'm like, is he lagging? What's he saying? What? And trying to translate for the lag. So, yep. I'm just writing some plant tips down here.
Lisa said it was so draining that she forgot to shut off the TV and close the back door before going to bed.
My God. Yeah, no, it was pretty intense that their bingo was intense. I
And we're
think
getting a lot
so.
of messages too. So I on the ATD group serve. So I think Carrie's sending us pictures from vacation.
Oh, yay! Well, hi, Carrie. If you're watching us from vacation, that's cool.
So
Cool.
what are you working on today? Are you working on a project?
Does puppeteering count? No, I have a
Yeah,
couple. I have a
absolutely.
couple. I have a couple. So I have another one of my postcard Lunchables. You know how I take a plastic baggie and I start putting bits and pieces in a theme in that baggie?
Mm-hmm.
I have a belated 4th of July project that I started, but I never got to do. And it's got like, there's a George Washington joke, a dad joke in here, and there's like some stickers, and there's a Beanie Baby, and there's like all sorts of stuff in here. So I was going to make a red, white, and blue themed postcard for 4th of July, even though it's well past. So I actually took a piece of cardboard and I hit it with my apple barrel paints. And whoops, I'm going to pull this bad boy off of the. Why did I paint this on top of a paper towel? Why? Hold on one second, guys.
So Jennifer said that she had a point. How do you say that Christmas flower?
Poinsettia.
Poinsettia or poinsettia? Okay. Uh,
Poinsettia.
I learned at poinsettia, but that she had a poinsettia that had green leaves all year, and someone told her to put it in the closet to get it to blow to bloom again.
Uh-huh.
But she felt bad about putting it in the closet, so it just stayed green.
My mom did the same thing last year. She's like, could you repot this? I'm like, sure. So I repotted it. And she's like, what do I do with it? I'm like, I think you're supposed to put it in. So I'm looking in the Google instructions, like, put it in the closet. My mom's like, no, that's ignorant. I'm like, well, then you're not going to get a bloom. You're just going to have like some leaves and greenish stuff. Yeah.
So you'll look it up for your mom, but you won't look it up for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. So here's the background. This is just
Oh, I
a,
like that background.
it's literally just paint streaks. So we're streaking. Ah, yeah, we're
That Do you
streaking.
remember that song from the 70s? It was Ray
The
Stevens.
Streak, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they call him The Streak.
Yep.
Yes, I do remember that song.
That's cool. I like that background though.
He's as proud as he can be of his anatomy. Yeah, I know that song. So, yes, here is what I started with. And so, assuming that this white paint is dry, it's not. It's still slightly tacky. That's got to dry fully. But I've got some bits and bobbles I'm going to put on this one and finally make this darn thing. Because it's been sitting out here in my crafting pile for way too long. So, it's just got to
And
get
Ashley
done.
says, "Look out, Ethel."
Oh, that's right. That was
Yeah.
from that song too.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I've
Oh,
listened
yeah.
to that song.
Moroccan Hospitality 12 has joined. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. Welcome, my fellow Bostonians. All right. Well, the other postcard that I have, and hopefully she does not, I don't think she watches my reruns, but I have a birthday postcard for a friend of mine who knows my sister and I. We've known her since like the fourth grade. So, got a birthday postcard going out. Yeah. So Carrie's at a pub. Oh my God, saying hi. Sorry, can't stay. Well, I wish I was at a pub.
Yeah, me too. I could use a beer right now,
Yeah, I want to go to a
or a
pub.
pint, as they say over the Atlantic, across the
Darn
pond.
right. Darn right.
Pam says she saw a streaker on Fifth Avenue in fifth grade and gagged.
Yeah, I had one of those experiences when I was living in Europe. That happens a lot there when I lived in Spain. I don't know what it is, but you'll be walking through a park and somebody will be standing behind the bushes and you feel eyes on you and you're like, someone's staring at me. And yeah, they do really inappropriate things there.
Well, we
And no
have
one does anything about it. They don't care. I'm like, do something about this.
the naked cowboy and the naked cow lady now, so streaking's no big
Oh,
deal
that's right. That's
anymore.
right. It's right. But it's like,
Jennifer's
it's off-putting though if you're not
Yeah,
expecting it.
yeah, definitely. If they're good looking, it's not so bad, but when they're ugly,
Oh,
yeah,
but if they're good looking and they're giving off kind of like a smarmy vibe, like the
yeah,
vibe kills it. The vibe kills it.
yeah. Jennifer says she said good morning to her green leaf poinsettia every day.
This is not a streaker, says Pam. Pam, we got to get you on here one of these nights. One of these nights you're coming on here. And then we're going to do
Oh,
crafts.
Jennifer is
No, that's a perv. That's a straight out perv. That's not a
yeah,
streaker. No,
that's
no.
definitely
Different.
right.
Very different.
Um,
But parallel.
Jennifer
Kind
says
of.
that sorry for her mistypings, but she's already had a Cosmo tonight, so maybe it's either autocorrect or the Cosmo.
Well, Jennifer,
But
I'm proud of you. Jennifer has had a glass of woo tonight.
yeah,
Good for you.
yeah, definitely.
All I've got here is my oohoo and a rat puppet. Like we're
You know, and
slumming over here.
Uhu only came up like once last night. How did that happen?
Okay, can I tell you, Eddie did not even come up. What the heck?
Oh, that's right, he
What the
did.
heck? No
Yeah,
Eddie. No Eddie. So I don't know. I gotta call
but
shenanigans on that.
but he was with us. So Phil said he was watching the show.
That's amazing. He's so well trained. He's such a good dog.
A lot better than that stinky mouse of yours.
He is not a commercial rodent though. That's what he tells me. He's not a
Well, he still didn't
fan
have
of
to hiss
commercial
at the poor
rodents.
piggy.
What's that?
He still didn't have to hiss at the poor piggy.
I can't control him. He has like urges.
Well, I hate to tell you, but you do control him. It's your hand.
That's what you think. That's what you think. Oh
Well,
man.
well, since you ask, I'm going to be working on my new cut block.
Cut block.
So thank you very much for asking.
Okay. The way you said that right now was just magic. You're like, since you asked, I am going to be working on my new cut block. I'm like, what's cut block?
So if
Okay,
you
hold
remember,
on. Hold on. I'm getting out my new bingo list for future bingo cards. Henceforth, we will write down cut block. And that's how we're going to say it. Cut block. We're not even drinking over here. We just have too much fun. Too much fun.
yeah. So you might remember this was the other one, right?
I
So this
believe
was the positive.
that is the honey glazed ham. Cut block.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. And that produced, oh, if I can find it, please help me find it. Nope, it's somewhere that's not available. So this was the one, and then you had mentioned I was going to let it go, no pun intended. Um, but you had mentioned the negative space. So
yes.
then I felt kind of guilty because I was going to just do a different project. So I cut out Stamp Picks Rubber Stamps joined.
Hey,
Welcome.
you pronounced that one really well. Some of these longer ones, Russ is like
I know.
stamp.
Yeah, yeah.
All good. It's the struggle. It's the Instagram handle
Oh,
struggle
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So I cut out this block, which is the reverse of the one I showed you already.
Okay,
So
looks
to
good.
save
Looking
you
good.
the monotony of me cutting, I went ahead and did this on my own time. So now I'm just going to print this for you so you can see what it looks like.
Very
And
cool.
then
Yeah, can't wait.
and then I am going to show you how I'm going to print with printer's ink. So how I've
Ooh.
been using these stamp pads. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that today. And then if I have time, I will actually roll out some ink with my brayer
I was gonna say this sounds like a job for the
on a piece of
brayer.
plexiglass.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
right on.
And so I'm going to do a two-color print with actual printer's ink so you can see how that works.
Cool. Yeah. Bring it on. Cut
Bring
block.
it on.
Bring it on. All right.
Cut block.
So I need to move my camera for a hot second because you guys are on top of my Mod Podge. So excuse moi. It's like the phone is resting precariously on the Mod Podge. Here, let's see if we can get this to balance. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. I guess. I guess. All right, I
Well,
guess
Jennifer,
that's...
I want to know how your two camera shoot went with your Zoom class or whatever class. She did a kids class, if I remember correctly, if I
Oh
read
my
that right.
God, bless your heart.
And so
What age
she
ranges are we
was
talking here?
I don't I don't remember, but so let us know how your two camera shoot went.
Yeah,
She wasn't
definitely.
happy with the class. I remember that, but she was happy that she got a two camera shoot.
Right.
So
All right. Cool.
and so I have my leftover lighting from last night, so that's why a lot of this is seems to be in shadow. So um
Well, I thought your lighting setup, your studio setup was fantastic last night. It was perfect.
oh, was it? Okay, good. Good, good.
Yeah, and I got to see all the contents of that room in your apartment. So I'm like, if I ever need to break up in there, I know what to grab. No, you have quite the extensive collection over there. It's impressive.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, studio goals. You guys don't know. In my home office for the longest time, I had a blank wall with like two big tall cardboard boxes just standing there. And then finally, and I have yet to post this to my feed, but I do want to share at some point with you guys the finished product because I got myself a new grown up office. That's a big deal for me. It really is.
So this is the Baron, remember?
Yes.
And what this does, it just gives constant pressure across the print. So Pam said that she did a two camera shoot today with Sandy Alnook, and she's trying to upload it now.
Oh,
She
cool.
said she should have asked Jen for advice. Um, it does take a little getting used to trying to keep your, it's like right brain, left brain kind of stuff.
Yes, because everything's backwards when you're on camera.
Well, it should be, and that's what I didn't understand last night. Because when I record regularly, my regular episodes,
Mm-hmm.
it's not backwards. So I
Probably
think
because of me.
I think it's because you're hosting
Yep. And I'm using my
that.
phone, so my phone automatically does it
Yeah.
backwards.
So
It's like reverse image.
so here is the image.
Wow, that looks really nice. I mean, I can see that going on a greeting card or a postcard. So many possibilities. A journal. So many possibilities.
Pam says, "How about no brain because she is so tired?" Yeah,
I
I
feel
hear
that.
you. I hear you, Pam. Yeah.
Definitely feeling that today.
And they say, "Congratulations on your grown-up office, Allison."
Like, you guys don't understand. It was a huge accomplishment. And for years, I kept telling my husband, I'm like, I want a grown up office. And he's like, okay. And then we finally ordered the furniture. I'm like, no sweat. This will be easy. I'm going to put it together. So then it took 2 months for the furniture to get here. And then when it finally showed up, he was like, ha ha ha, you're not putting that together by yourself. I was like, yeah, I am. It'll be fun. And then we waited a few weeks. And then finally, last Saturday, I was like, all right, let's do this. Cut block. And then so we opened up the
My
boxes and yeah.
my friend Matthew Heidzik has joined. He is a Broadway actor. Matt, I'm down here. This is my hand.
Hi, I'm not
So
Ross.
for those, yeah. So for
Hi.
those of you who are new to the show, I'm the one with the hands, and she's the one with the face.
Yeah.
But welcome, Matt. I'm glad to have you here. Matt's last show was the Cher show, where he
Ooh.
played Greg Allman.
Did
Um,
um did Cher actually like make a cameo in that show?
yeah, she raised. I think she, if I remember, Matt, you can correct me. She was there for the Broadway Cares, and actually did a stage speech
Oh my
for the Broadway
god.
Cares fundraiser.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You Broadway folks, you guys get such cool connections and such cool experiences. That is neat. That is neat.
Zoe has joined. Welcome, Zoe.
Welcome back, Zoe.
So Desmo Nad has joined.
Welcome back. Yep, he's been on a couple times
Oh, has he?
lately.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Welcome
So
back.
this is the first inking of the prints. Now I'm going to take, and I did this backwards. Um, I should have done the light color first, but hey, it's live TV.
Right.
So I'm going to take my second color and re-ink. And remember how this is how I offset the second color so it looks like a shadow. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to apply the ink. This is the gold.
It's gold ink.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is.
Gold.
It's funny. From down here, it looked darker. Okay. Wow.
Okay, and then I'm going to put this back. Yes, Pam the Magnificent, absolutely. If you haven't seen Pam's guest appearance on the Sandy Alnook first episode, that is available on Sandy Alnook's homepage, and I think Pam has been able to share that as well. So, and Pam's husband did a quick hello.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
So,
watch this. I gotta catch up, man. I can't even keep up with these ATD comments on the thread. I'm
yeah.
like,
So Jennifer says,
guys, it's too
laugh out
much.
loud. Yes, she had the camera and her computer angled on her workspace and then signed in again to Zoom as a second her on her phone and angled it at her, but didn't sign in with sound, so no sound.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
we've been there, right?
Oh,
Right,
we've been there a few
Allison?
times. Yes, we
Yeah,
have. Yep.
yeah.
We've learned that lesson. Yes, we
And
have.
Pam says that she gave ATD a shout out.
Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. Cool. That blows my mind. Like, this thing started off with just me ruminating and like being bored and making a postcard. And so now all of you guys are out there. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Thank you guys for being a part of this totally unexpected wacky crafting journey. It's been fun. It's been lots of fun. I gotta say, I look forward to this every night.
And
Me and my
you've
little
gone from
postcards.
doing it by yourself, all alone, to bingo. Wow, how
I
far have you
mean,
come?
yeah, but it's funny. How boring would that have been if it was just me talking into my camera for an hour? There are folks out there that do demos and things like that, but
Excuse me, I do that every Sunday. So you think I'm boring?
no, there are
Oh.
people out there. Russ, yours is fully interactive and instructional, okay? There are folks out there, I've seen some that
So yes, I was fishing for a compliment, and thank you.
I told you your studio was wonderful. You have a wonderful studio. You have a wonderful camera presence. It's super interactive. It's hyper instructional. Every time I attend your session, I learn something. There, are you happy?
I am very
Because
happy, and there's my second print.
I don't give out free compliments. Like I mean them. Like I mean that. All right.
And I do
So
appreciate that. I do. I do. I'm not. I'm not.
he's not being appreciative enough. Okay. So, um,
Oh,
uh,
oh,
so, but
oh,
my point
oh,
was
knife through the heart.
there are people out there, not you, not you. There are people out in the Instagram verse who will sit, and I don't understand this, and maybe it's just they want people to kind of witness their creative process at work. But there are people who will sit out there and they'll put their work out and they're like, they'll talk through, like, yeah, now I'm going to color this green. And then they color it green. They're like, no, I don't like this. Erase, erase, erase. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to write. Sometimes I don't know what color to use. I don't know. Like, there's this constant live stream of rumination going on. Like, they're like self-deprecating their own craft. I'm like, dude, don't do that. Like, flow. Just flow. And I want to type, but like, you send like positive vibes, like supportive comments. Like, I like that green. It's a pretty green. But there are some people who do that so much, it's hard to watch them. I don't know if you guys have encountered those before.
Yeah.
Not this one, right?
So,
Not
so
this craft hour.
yeah.
Oh no.
No, 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 no. We
No,
don't.
no,
We
no,
don't.
no.
We don't do that.
That's ignorant.
So poor Jennifer is having such a hard time typing tonight. So for every comment she types, there's like 5 rejoinders at the end of it. I meant this. I meant that. I meant this. So Jen says, Pam, I listened to Pass the Brush at 9 p.m. tonight. The lady gave you a shout out. So and that's supposed to mean she listened and the lady.
The
So
lady.
yeah.
The
So I,
lady.
I I edited for Jennifer. So here's my second print. You can see the shadows created
That's
by the
gorgeous.
gold.
Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
that.
So it gives a little bit more dimension. Um, and that is supposed to be a rose, by the way. That was that rose stencil that I used because I was too lazy to actually draw something.
It's not lazy. We don't, just like we don't say cheap, we don't say lazy here at Art Throwdown. We say efficient. That's the efficient way of doing
Oh,
it.
I like that. No, I
Efficient.
like that a lot.
Efficiency. It was efficient, was it? Yeah, it was efficient.
Yeah, but remember, because this was a last minute project that I didn't have anything to do and I needed something to do. So I said, I'll cut a block live so
Well,
you
I
can see
mean, you
me
have
fail.
shelves of like materials. Like, I feel like if any one of us crept up in your studio, like maybe when you weren't home and started going through all your stuff, like your craft stuff only, of course. Like, I feel like it
Well,
would be.
my underwear drawer?
I
What are you
said
talking
craft
about?
only, Russell. But my point is, we would be able to find a craft so quickly. We'd be like, oh my God, look at this vellum. Like, it's kind of like when you were a kid, right? And you got bored of your own toys, but you go over to some other kid's house and you'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my freaking God, you've got the Fisher Price caravan? Oh my God, cut block! And like you would just go crazy on their toy because it was a toy that you didn't have. But if you receive that very toy for yourself, it's not as interesting. But if it's someone else's, I tell you, it's interesting. Cut block.
No, that's a valid point. That's a very valid point.
It's like I'll show you my stuff if you show me yours. Is that how that works?
No,
Craft
that's
stuff?
something different. That's something totally different.
I'll show you my craft items if you show me yours.
Oh, okay, okay. The quantifier craft. Okay, yes.
Do not tell this to the organic crafter. I don't want to hear about how many drops of paint you need to put down. I just go like this. Russ is like, I'm measuring out 7/8 of an inch of black paint.
Well, not really. You just need a nickel's worth.
That's fairly specific.
Yeah.
The dimension of a nickel. American nickel. Yes.
So remember when you were doing your
My jelly roll.
jelly roll?
I almost did that tonight, P.S., but then I did my postcards instead.
So this is where that idea comes from of rolling out your color, so you can get a even distribution on your brayer.
Yes.
So that's where this comes from. This is a piece of plexiglass, because it's a non-static surface, so your ink spreads very thinly.
I like that.
Yeah. Frank just reminded us that typos don't count on comments in
Nah,
social
as long as you
media.
can kind of figure out what the
Yeah,
person's saying, I feel like that's
yeah,
what's important. So, yeah, we don't worry about those.
yeah. Everyone wants to go to your comedy show. You should do stand-up comedy.
Okay, I actually took improv lessons once, but it was actually because I was so shy. I had just moved down to DC. I didn't really know anybody, and it was really hard. I don't know. For me, it was really hard making new friends there at first because I didn't know where to, like, outside of my university classes, I didn't really know where to look. So the backstory on that is I started taking lessons with DC Improv, which obviously it's not as renowned as like the one in Chicago where like all the Saturday Night Live people came from, but it was fun and it kind of broke me out of my shell. So, you know, kind of makes you more zen with that stuff, I guess.
That is another commonality between the two of us. I also took a stand-up class
Well, I didn't take stand
or
up, I took
improv. I'm saying,
improv.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
different.
yeah. No, I took a stand-up class, and
Truth in comedy.
our final exam was we had to do a stand-up show in the Village here in New York City.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which to me, I have never done stand up for reals, but to me, I feel like stand up, you're just basically telling a bunch of stories. You're a storyteller. That's basically what you are.
Well, I liked it and I had fun. And the problem that I had with stand up is that I wasn't quick witted enough to deal with the hecklers. So my
Ah,
routine was actually good, but it was the hecklers that I couldn't deal with because I just didn't think fast enough. Um,
I dig it.
so yeah,
I gotta be like super hyper activated and caffeinated, and then I'm okay with that stuff. But if I'm not, I'm like, what do I say? I don't know.
yeah. There was one comic I forgot who it was who would take his joke notebook on stage with him, and he would read the joke and then tear out that page depending on how well it went. And so mine was routine was a variation of something like that. So I did social commentary kind of humor.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So there is my first print in ink.
That looks really good. Wow. Okay, so it's funny with a rose, you wouldn't think to put like jet black letterpress ink on it, but wait, show that again. I love that contrast. Bring it back. Okay. Ooh, I like that.
So
How
yeah,
long did
and
I do
then
my
the reason why I
improv
chose
work? I think it was like 2 months, and I skipped some of the classes. It was like a weekly class kind of a thing. Yep. Okay, Triche. Oh my God. Triche has been absent from Art Throwdown for a good month. I hope you're feeling better. We're happy that you're back. And yeah, welcome back. Oh, it's exciting. Hi. Glad you made it back. Hope you're doing all right. And we have a few new folks on as well. Love Nouveau. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. Russ is cleaning his cut block down there, his block
you
stamp.
said it wrong. Say it the right way.
No, no. I can't call back too many. If you do too many callbacks, people get flustered. Here's my postcard that I am working on for a friend's birthday. So I did not put her age because it's a milestone birthday, but I think she'll like it. Yeah, Cut Block sounds like a culinary reality show. So, yeah. Cool. So here's what we got, yo. Got this. And I think it's time for me to start working on the other postcard, which is this belated 4th of July that I'm just now getting to. So I'm going to put this aside.
So this is the part that I hate about this process.
Cleaning all the fissures within that stamp.
No, cleaning off the roller. This is what I hate about letterpress. And Frank and Jennifer both can verify this. Is cleaning the press is the worst part.
Really? It looks
Yeah,
like it's very hard to get all the ink out of those little
it is.
creases.
And you know me and my OCD.
Now,
If
what are
there's
you
any
using as a
remnants,
cleaner though? What's the cleaner?
well, I'm just using a baby wipe. I should be using like vegetable oil, or there are cleaners available. This is a water-based ink, so also can just. Says she's still in the hospital, but I had a chance to tune in.
Well,
It
I'm
may
glad
help
they
her
gave you your
healing.
phone
Yes,
back. I would be flipping out if they didn't give me access to my interwebs, I tell you. All right, so we're everyone send Trisha some healing vibes this evening, and we'll
absolutely.
keep it extra entertaining just for you. And the mouse is on as well, so the mouse also sends his regards.
The rodent. Jennifer says 5 rollers. She hates cleaning the press.
So if you have enough rollers, you don't have to clean them, right? You just keep it's like underwear. You just keep buying extras. No,
No,
I
this is
think the
the
brayers
rollers.
would get
These are the
expensive.
rollers on a printing press. So
Ah,
totally different. Yeah, me if it were me, I'd have one roller for every color, so I wouldn't have to clean it.
well, that's not a terrible idea either, but it depends on how much braying. Is it a verb?
Brayering.
Braying. Oh
Yeah,
no, braying is
that's what
like
donkeys do. That's
yeah,
what
no,
donkeys
no.
do.
That's like an animal sound. No, we don't want to do
Yeah.
any braying here. Brayering. Okay, that's a verb,
Well,
I guess.
I could bray because my upstairs neighbors, but they've been quite good because they realize now that I'm working so early in the morning, so they're not acting up.
Well, that's good. Did you say something? Like, how did they figure that out?
Well, we were on similar schedules, and uh, saw I saw her leaving. She and I left at the same time in the morning. Uh,
Did you know who each other was?
I knew who she was. She didn't know who I was.
Oh, because that's right. Because you had like that
Because
peephole thing going on.
exactly,
You were doing like
yeah,
that sliver thing with your neighbor. Like, I'm
yeah.
watching you. Okay.
So I introduced myself and says, "Oh, look, we're on similar schedules now." So yeah,
Aha. Okay. Like, oh, hey, look, you don't have to get up at 3 a.m. anymore because I do now. So you can be quiet. Maybe.
maybe.
Maybe. Well, I'm glad at least they're being considerate and they realize that,
And it's not her; it's him. And she even said that. She even apologized. She said,
oh,
"Oh, I
wow.
apologize. I apologize that my boyfriend, is so loud. He's even too loud for me sometimes." So
I'm like, honey, it's time to get a new one. Go
yeah,
get a new one.
exactly.
That's a. Jeez. Now let's see. I got a lot of paper bits down here, so I'm going to point the camera back down for a second. So not being rude by not reading comments. I'll pop back up in a
Because
bit.
that's my job.
Wah wah.
Wah wah.
Okay.
Because I'm less absorbed in my projects than you are.
How did George Washington speak to his army?
What was it? Well, no, don't read it yet. What was it again?
How did George Washington speak to his army?
Through false teeth?
In general terms.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. All right. I got just over 20 minutes to make this postcard happen. Let's do this. I'm going to try. We're going to try, guys. Yeah, this is the second time this week I have used one of these dad jokes on the front of a postcard, so
I think they're funny.
I'm happy that they're being used.
Absolutely.
It makes me sad that there's like a stack of them sitting inside of my craft box, but they're being used slowly.
Oh, and just in case you don't know, the backside of Brayer is flat. Speedball. We heard that
Oh,
last
that's
night.
the speedball you were talking
Yep.
about.
That's flat on the back, so you can rest it on its back and not get ink everywhere.
For some reason, I thought Speedball was a brand of like roller ball pen.
Uh,
Does that sound right? Am I thinking of something else?
Isn't that rollerball or something ball? It may be speedball. You may be right.
Maybe I thought Speedball made a pen too. It was like a ballpoint pen with
Yeah,
like a really good ballpoint pen, not like one of those crummy blue and white Bic pens, but like a really good pen, a really good pen.
I like those blue and white big pens. You know why?
Because
Because
you could
people
throw
can
them
steal
away.
them at work, and they're so cheap that you can have a whole bunch of them.
I like to throw them away.
Well, people at work steal pens
Why?
uh,
Why? Why would you? Of all things, why would you steal a cheap pen? Sorry,
because they don't
an
have one, and
inexpensive pen.
they don't have one at the moment, and they need one.
Okay.
Um, Teresa says, "Thank you all, well received. Thank you for the kind words and wishes." Um, Ashley says, "Sliver, great movie reference," and Frank says, "Heroin."
Speedball. Speedball. Yeah.
So I have inked this with red, and I am going to offset this just a tad bit. Nick 00017 has joined. Welcome.
Hello. Oh, Nikki, you missed the bingo. Next time, next time. You have a card now, so you can play bingo with us the next time we play.
But it's going to be a different card next time, right?
Well, it could be. It could be. I mean, we have so many bingo terms that we could put in there. I mean, we've got, let's see, let me get my list out here. We have smelly postcards. We have deckled edge, brayer. We have Copic markers. Copic? Copic? I never know how to say that. I'm sorry.
It's
Copic?
Copic. It's
Copic.
Coptic
Like I have to
Stitch,
cope with
Copic
how many
Markets.
I have to cope with how much these markers cost because they're darn expensive. Copic. Okay. Cootie catchers. Um Swimmy the clown.
So Action says
Cut
no
block.
same card. Um, Jim says we don't need different cards right away.
True, true. No, we could
And Ashley says too much work to make and send new cards in her opinion.
you know, you when you guys remember that week I was in like the paper crafting sweatshop making these things, I was so irate for like an entire week because I'm like, oh my god, there's so many of them. And that's a lot of boxes of macaroni and cheese, guys. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. We had a lot of leftover cardboard we used for that. But still, it's a lot. It's a lot. And is that like a crimson red?
It is.
That
It's a
is
red.
really nice. I like that shade.
See, and what it should have been done is once again I should have used the red first and then did the black on top. But I may. Oh, I still have some time. I can do that.
You
So I'm
got a
going to
little
show you.
time. You got a little time.
Yeah,
Got a little time. Yeah. And so Jim suggests that we've already put the effort into decorating our cards. We might as well use them for a few games. And I'm down with that. That sounds fine to me. I would also like to point out that this tiny map of the U.S. Was made by Love and Stamps. So June, if you're out there, thank you. I'm using your little cutouts here. I'm going to use it on my postcard. Can't wait. Can't wait. So I should really get to making this because I'm just sitting here talking about it. More doing, less talking, right?
that's what I say all the time.
That's what I usually complain about others. I'm like, it's all talking and they don't do anything. And then here I am. Here I am.
Nick 17 says, "Love the Halloween outfit you have."
Thank
Anna
you.
says,
It's an
"Maybe for
apron.
fall we can have a different one or one for Christmas season,
Okay, I
so we can make it
do.
seasonal."
Yes, I do think we should have a Halloween version of this. So I'm down for that.
And we can have, instead of a decorating contest, we could have a costume contest.
Ooh, costumes. Man, all right, now you're talking my language. I love costumes. Love it. Yeah, I think this is the perfect group to do a costume contest with, just saying. Yeah, and Anna, I love the idea of having like a separate Christmas slash holiday one. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm down with that. That sounds great. All right. I got some pretty stamps here. Let's see what all I've got.
Your face disappeared again.
So did yours.
Mine never showed up.
So did yours. Yeah, I'm gonna point down here so you guys can see me make them a postcard.
What, you Italian now? Make them my
Make them a
postcards.
postcard. And now I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna think about what to put on this thing and where. Gosh, there's a lot here.
And so tomorrow, what I'm going to do tomorrow is print this out for real on good quality paper, so I can show you how this prints out with printer's ink on good paper.
Sweet.
Yeah. And that will be the end of my 2-week project.
Wow, I think that's the longest stretch of project you've ever done on here.
I agree with you.
Are you starting to feel the heat of the project marathon?
No, it's just that this was such a new adventure for me, and I wanted I wanted a chance to do it right, or at least try to get it right, kind of thing.
Yep, makes sense.
We should have an Advent something 12 days before Christmas something for Anna,
Ooh, okay.
to feel special as we see everyone else doing those expensive Advent calendars.
I'm with you. Like people put out some amazing pieces of work for that, and I just eat the one that has the pieces of chocolate inside.
They have one now that's a wine Advent calendar, and they have one that's a whiskey Advent
Oh
calendar.
my
So you get a
god.
different sample of those every day for 24 days.
Oh
Could you
my
imagine? I'd be drunk,
god.
or I'd be the paper stores had Advent calendars that had candies in them. And I was the one that got it and ate like 15 of them in one day, kind of thing.
So do you just open up all the windows
I
and
just
eat
opened
all
up
the
the windows.
pieces?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And everyone at work was just like, "Oh, did you try the lemon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, 5 days ago."
You're like, I tried them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer says she's still working on eating her 24 days sugar fina Advent calendar, which was the brand that we sold at
Oh
paper
my
stores.
god.
Okay, so here's the red alone. And I think that's kind of striking. I kind
I
of like
love the
that.
boldness. Like that that's very Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It's very Valentine's Day.
And so you still get this imperfect print down here, which shows that it's handmade. So I kind of like that.
I like it too.
Jim says that they sell a beauty advent calendar.
Oh yeah, it's got like little lip glosses and other little cosmetic doodads in it. Yep.
I think I would need more than 24 days, though.
Wait a minute. Advent calendars are, oh, well, yeah, I guess they are. Some of them are 24 days.
Yeah.
Some of them are, well, then some of them are 12. So,
Well, the 12 days of Christmas is the 12 days of Christmas thing. But
right.
advent calendars of themselves are either 24 or 25. Depends on how you
True.
celebrate them.
True. That's true.
Bon Mammon. I don't know what that is. Is that a company? Nick says that Bon Mammon made a jam one last year. I'm assuming a jam advent calendar.
I also don't know who or what that is.
Maybe we should get a fee. Maybe we should call up Fee and ask her to translate. Just settle her. so she could play.
Wait, all I heard was you screaming, but it was all like all the words just blurred together and lagged at the
I
same
said, how
time.
fun was it that Fee was able to join us? That she had to set an alarm for because it was 3 o'clock in the morning there.
I cannot believe, like, no, Fee was a trooper. I'm like, oh my God, she came on? That was
Yeah.
amazing. Amazing. No, I was flattered. I'm like, wow.
Nick says, "Oh, it's a French jam preserve company."
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Anna says the diptych candle advent calendar was to die for.
Whatever that is, it sounds really, really tasty.
And Nick says, "Yes, Lisa." Oh, Lisa says they make jam in pretty bottles.
Okay, so it's one of those brands where you eat the preserves, but then you keep the bottle for, I don't know, craft purposes or just because
To
it's
put colored
pretty.
water in when you're poor.
Okay.
Don't tell me you've never done that.
Did you not see the planter that I made out of a aloe drink
Oh,
bottle?
yeah, I did. Yeah.
And it has blue water in the bottom of it, Russell, because I'm poor. Okay? It's, I did that.
As an homage to me because I was poor and I made fun of it.
No, you told me to put blue water in it. And I'm like, oh,
Yep.
that's a really good idea. Hold on, let me get my food coloring and my water. And then a week later, the damn thing spilled out on my kitchen floor. And the kids were like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm like, yes, you did. I just saw you spill it. I'm like, stop messing with the curtains. Get out of there. Yeah, so then, next thing you know, yeah, we had some issues with that.
Now, was it the older one or the younger one?
I still don't know because they both
Okay.
rushed over to the window in the back porch here, and they're like, "Oh my God, there's a rabbit outside! Look!" And it was like, "Boosh!" And I'm like, "What just fell?" And they're like, nothing,
Nothing.
nothing." I'm like,
Nothing.
No, something fell." And they're like, the little one's like, "Oh my God, there's blue stuff everywhere!" And I was like, "Oh God, it was my planter." No, 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 no. But yes, that's actually what happened. So I still to this day don't know who knocked it over, but luckily not too much of it spilled out. Just a little bit.
Well, at least you've moved on. I would carry that grudge for years.
Russell, are you a grudge carrier?
No, I like to. I would hope to not think I am, but I think I kind of am.
I think everybody carries grudges to a certain extent.
But see, you know who carries the most grudges?
Who?
Gay men.
Oh, I
So
thought you were going to say Bacon.
no, gay men. So I'll just leave that there. So you can you can figure out where I fall in the spectrum of holding grudges.
Now, did you get a chance to rewatch last night's video?
I have not.
Okay.
Anna says that advent calendar costs almost 400 euros. And
What?
Ashley, you're absolutely right. I have to learn to let it go.
Wait a minute. Oh, an advent calendar that costs 400 euros. What's in it? Like diamonds? No.
No,
Gold?
that was the jam
No.
one that you're talking
Jam?
about.
Jams and jellies.
Yep. And the pretty bottles.
400 euros for jelly? I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah. Smuckers.
Yeah, I mean, go to the farm and go get yourself a box of that canning preserve stuff and make your own.
Pectin.
Yeah, go out and get yourself some pectin, dudes. Go get some pectin. Golly, that's
Good
pretty,
golly, Miss Molly.
that's
As Little Richard says.
expensive. Oof. But then
He
again,
died.
there's got to be some very swanky, luxurious advent calendar things out there that I'm just probably not aware of.
Oh, the candle one costs 400 euros, not the jam one.
candle one.
Yeah. So here is the second impression.
Now,
With
did you
the
stamp that? How did you get the shadow? Is that stamped twice?
I use the same stamp with a different ink, and then I offset the paper.
Looks nice. Looks really good.
Yeah, and I used a second. I didn't re-ink, so I used the residual ink. So that's why it showed up a little
Oh,
lighter.
so that's a ghost image that you actually did.
Almost, yeah.
It looks fantastic. It almost looks like a circulatory system. It does.
Did I ever tell you that joke about me and I was going to take classes to be a doctor when I was in
No, I missed
college?
this one.
Yeah. So the first class we had to take was human anatomy, right?
Okay.
So we used to have the Gray's Anatomy book, but we also had the Gray's Anatomy coloring book, right?
Okay.
So and the assignment was to color the circulatory system in this one page. So I colored it in, I turned it in, and I got an F. I'm like, what the hell's up with that? How did I get an F?
Okay.
And the professor, I went to the professor during the office hours. I said, why did I get an F? I don't understand why I get an F. He says, well, you're supposed to color it red and blue depending upon the blood flowing into the heart and out of the heart.
Right.
So, and he goes, I don't think orange is the right color for blood. So I took the coloring book and just colored like it was coloring. I didn't know there was supposed to be. You know, I didn't know there was supposed to be, rhyme or reason to it. I liked orange and blue and teal and all those colors. So I was, yeah.
You're like, you know
So
what? Orange is just my color, so I'm gonna go ahead and color it orange.
it's he goes, maybe you should go into the arts.
You're like, oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, Clocky has joined. Welcome, Clocky. We're almost done, unfortunately.
Clocky, I gotta ask, where's Clocky based? Is Clocky in California?
He's in California.
Ah, okay. Well, Disneyland, yeah, that would make a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, if you want to know anything Disney, he's your man.
Sweet.
Yeah, he knows where all of the little what are they called? They're called breadcrumbs, Easter eggs are, and all those kind of things.
Hidden Mickeys, dude.
Yeah,
It's the hidden Mickeys.
all that stuff. Hidden commercial rodents.
Yes, hidden commercial rodents. Well, Clocky, welcome
Jim says
back.
3-minute warning. 3-minute warning. Pam says that she had
3 minutes.
Clocky says he's in California, but he's Northern California.
Oh, okay, you're in NorCal. Okay, cool.
So, I'll listen to you doing the lingo. Oh, you're North Cal. Yeah. Oh gosh. Pam said that she had that same coloring book from massage school. Pam is a physical therapist, in case you folks don't know that.
Dude, I did not know that.
Yep. And Pam, I'm gonna embarrass you, but I met Pam because she was here at the U.S. Open tennis event, and she actually got to rub down some of the famous people, tennis players.
Really?
And that's how I met her, through a friend.
Like, anyone good?
Well, I think she did the women's side, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me, Pam, but
Because I don't know how all that works.
But my buddy that's one of the supervisors there actually is Rafael Nadal's masseur. Or physical therapist, I should say. Yeah.
Ah.
Or massage therapist. Yeah.
So that person was a masseuse, is what you're saying?
No, masseuse is a female. Masseur is a male.
Holy cow! I never knew the difference. I didn't know that there was that there were different terms.
Yeah, masseuse is for females. Masseur is for males.
Got it. Okay. All right. Oh, so she's...
Yeah, Pam says she's the lead therapist on the women's side.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so Serena and Venus and all those people.
Wow. All right. That's pretty darn cool that, like, you actually met them. That's super cool. So here's my belated 4th of July postcard. It doesn't have all the bits and baubles on it that I was hoping, but it's got a few, and it's got this, like, knockoff Beanie Baby. So, there we go. This is one of those weird check boxes that I felt like I had to check. Oh, Russell, I also have one that is the postcard challenge where it's like, tell us about your hometown, where you live. And I made one for where I live.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yep. Yup. So cool. Well, folks, I think we're just about out of time. Yes, Pam, we all need more bits and baubles, don't we, as crafters? We all do.